Hey guys, and welcome back to Jurassic Room. So anyway, I got a few videos that I'm going to do tonight. And as well, I'm going to start working on a script. I think I'm going to start working on a script for tomorrow for NAHA, the North American Herping Channel, which is my technically second channel that I am in partnership with Noah's Ark Exotics. So I'm going to start working on that video, hopefully get that out soon. I've been promising to get that video out on there for so long. But anyway, it has been a long week. Had a lot to do, and just got a new shed in because we got to put some stuff away. But anyway, we got to do Jurassic Chat, whichever number, I'm going to find that out real quick. But Jurassic Chat 41, which is what we're going to be doing now, because frankly there's a lot to be done. Actually, let me write that down real quick. Alright, so, there's quite a few things, a lot to talk about in Jurassic Chat 41. And then next I'm going to be working on the Mattel video for Jurassic Fallen Kingdom, working on all the toys on that. That's why there's going to be no talk about the toys, at least keep it to a minimum in this video, because we're going to be doing a full-length video on all the Mattel toys. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hold on. Next, I got something to say for that. But anyway, after that, we're going to be doing the Marvel Legends video and basically all other toys that were at Toy Fair. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I don't know. Yeah, those will be two different videos. One for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys with Mattel, which will sort of be part one, and then part two, which will be Marvel Legends, Mezco, Diamond Select, and NECA. Of course, because those are the only toy brands that I really care about. Also, got to do Movie Chat 25, where I'm going to be talking about the He-Man concept art leaks. Ew, man, those are scary as crap. But anyway, also I'm going to be doing a video really quick about the Bigfoot game. If you know, I'm a big fan of the game so far, so haven't played it because I don't have a computer, but I love how the game looks and I love watching people play it. My teeth over there. And they have a January update talking about some stuff I'm going to talk about in a future video tonight. Hopefully I'll have enough time to do all that. And I'm also going to be discussing in depth in some future videos. The first video I'm going to get out as quick as I can will be about the Indoraptor, and it's going to be everything we know about the Indoraptor so far. But basically that's going to be what it is. But let's go ahead and check out some of this stuff. So, and my trusty little black phone to help me with pictures and stuff. So, what should we cover first? Let's see. Well, I'm trying to... my work stand's a mess. Anyway, the first thing I guess we can talk about really quick is that Jurassic World 3 already has a release date for a June. So basically, that'd be summer, right? Yeah, summer 2021 release date, which is June 11th, 2021. So this is really exciting, guys. I will be 22 when that film comes out. I wonder if I'll still have the mullet. Let's see. But anyway, that is the release date for Jurassic World 3, and hopefully everything will turn out well in Jurassic Fallen Kingdom. I have little doubt that this film's not going to succeed, or at least fulfill enough. I don't think it's going to reclaim its spot from Black Panther, ratings-wise, however, or, you know, reclaiming its most grossing film-esque. Let's forget about that. Anyway, we're almost definitely getting Jurassic World 3, and I cannot wait to see how this all continues. So I'm going to mark that down right there. So next, I think there were some Instagram videos. One was called "Don't Blink," which features the Indoraptor, which I'll have right here. It's all you can really see. It's just a little picture of the Indoraptor blinking. I'm going to have that rolling right up here, so I'm going to download that right after this video. As well, another thing about Blue, which will be playing right here, I think it should be playing in just a few seconds. And we'll talk about that. It's basically just Blue and the Indoraptor scenes real quick. And there's also another thing, which I'm going to be getting to next, but just figured y'all want to see that instead of my ugly mug up in this corner. Hopefully it's done playing by now. But anyway, moving on. Now, I have not seen any really new trailers for Ready Player One. I've been meaning to react to them with the girls. However, I think I got all my turtles chasing each other in this tank right now. I gotta feed them. But anyway, so I did see some snippets on Instagram of Rexy. Rexy the Tyrannosaurus is actually in Ready Player One, or at least the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. So it's pretty awesome. We're actually getting two movies in 2018 featuring the same T-Rex. So, well, relatively same. I really can't wait for Ready Player One, man. It looks so cool. I have not seen any of the new trailers or TV spots, though. I need to check them out. I'm gonna have to do them without the girls. Sorry, guys, but I gotta get some reactions out, and I can't wait around for the girls anymore. Unless I just do them with the girls and not my mom. I've got turtles just chasing each other like nutso. But anyway, if you can see right here, I've already played it. I think at least once or twice, but it shows basically Rexy chasing after everyone in cars. I don't really know how to explain anything else. I don't even think that Rexy was in, or the T-Rex was in the original novel, was it? I haven't read Ready Player One, so I'd actually like to read it now, seeing all this coming out. And of course, toys will be afterwards. We're covering so much already. And also, speaking of the 2021 release date, apparently we've already got a script writer, or a new script writer, and possible new director for the position in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or Jurassic World 3. Well, the script will be written by Colin Trevorrow and co-written by Emily Carmichael, and you see her picture right up here, and there's even talks of her possibly being in the director's chair. That's pretty interesting. She'll be the first female or woman director of a Jurassic Park film, let alone Jurassic World. But I think this is a good... I think it sounds good. She hasn't really had much, but she's worked with Trevorrow in the past, and I like the fact that, you know, Jay Bayona and Colin, I believe, have worked together in the past, so, or have been, you know, together in the past talking about movies and stuff. Anyway, I can't think teamwork anyway. But anyway, she is apparently up possibly for the role, but she'll at least be writing the screenplay or the script along with Colin Trevorrow instead of Derek Connolly. So I wonder what happens to him. But we'll have to see what she's got. If Colin trusts her, I pretty much trust that he is making the right decision. So it's pretty interesting. Thought I'd throw that out there. Emily Carmichael. I always remember that name because Carmichael, Sweet Home Alabama. That's my mom's favorite movie with Reese Witherspoon. Yep. But anyway, moving on. Let's see. Okay, film box spoiler. Anyway, post this really quick from the DPG, and we're going to be covering the DPG in just a minute, but two bios have come up in recent weeks. One for Apatosaurus, which features right here, and actually I gotta go find those pictures. I can't find the Apatosaurus one, but I'll have it up for y'all, and I'll look for the Carnotaurus one in just a second. Even though I can't find the one for Apatosaurus, which I'll have up here already, but here, right here, is the Carnotaurus bio that has recently been released, and it's basically from Instagram, a buddy of mine, Jurassic_World 2018. Check his Instagram account. He's pretty cool. He gets a lot of new information, but it's from the DinosaurProtectionGroup.com. So that's joining us today, #DPG, and I can never find these. I mean, I'm subscribed and all that, and I still don't find this stuff, except for the blogs, which keep coming from Zaya Rodriguez's character online. But it reads here, Carnotaurus, name meaning meat-eating bull, status endangered, diet carnivore, length 10.4 meters. So that's about 30. Man, that's pretty big. So that's about 30 or so feet, just about. And that doesn't seem right. If you look at the trailer, it does not look about 30 feet to me. Ugh, that's really big for a Carnotaurus, though. But anyway, weight 1.5 tons, habitat Isla Nublar, and as you can see the picture of the Carnotaurus here. Really cool, and great to see another pic of the Carno. Moving on, because I can't find the Apatosaurus one. I'll have to find it later. Hey. Let's really quick, sorry about that, cover the recent Jurassic Park 25th anniversary. Let me find it. Jurassic Park 25th anniversary. We recently had limited edition packaging with sound theme music. Blu-ray plus digital includes Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World, plus collectible art cards from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You can see right here in this picture above. I'm showing y'all now. I'm moving over. Well, it looks pretty decent. It does not... Oh, so glad it doesn't look like the Blu-ray boxes. So glad. But if you look at these cards, and spoilers ahead, they do show some spoilery scenes, and some I already called. First scene here we see is basically the abandoned park. We see the Innovation Center starting to crash in. The boardwalk, which went to the Mosasaurus Lagoon, is basically caving in as well. The second one appears to be something I called. If you remember in the trailer, we see Rexy roaring at the helicopter with a dude dangling on a ladder, and they are hanging over. We see bits of fence in front of them, and I always assumed it was the Mosasaurus tank because it just looks like that because it's curved. And in this little snippet scene here, we see the Mosasaurus jumping out of the water, trying to snap at this person in the helicopter being rescued. It could, no, probably not. I was just thinking another idea. And we see Rexy on land. So that's pretty cool. And that looks like what'll be maybe our small scene of the Mosasaurus, but let's see. Third scene is basically something we already know about. But Franklin and Claire escaping the, what seems to be the little tunnel area for with escaping the baryonyx, and with lava creeping in around them, falling. And the fourth is one we kind of saw from the trailer, or the second trailer, where the Indoraptor is in a cage being showed off to these business people for reasons. So, I said, guys, that I'm going to be doing an Indoraptor video, and that'll be for the future. I'll be talking about the characteristics, the physical attributes, and the behavior of the Indoraptor, and how it's going to play into the movie. But for this scene, I have been having the longest feud, and I hate to say this, because I enjoy fanboy mentality for the most part. However, I have been annoyed that no one seems to understand that this dinosaur right here, this little dinosaur right here, is Allosaurus. I understand it doesn't look like the size of Allosaurus. It looks a little off, but guys, I can assure you, this is Allosaurus. There's no other dinosaur on the confirmed list, because thanks to the DPG, we have basically a good, well-known list of all the dinosaurs on both islands, or let alone Isla Nublar. But this is Allosaurus, guys. It's not Matriacanthosaurus because they're extinct, and it even lists them. And then if you look at the toy, which I'll show here, the only image I'll show you of the toy, the crests and everything, except for the colors, which I think they'll update in the film, because it's, the film's still in post-production. I think it will look more like relatively similar to the toy. But guys, this is Allosaurus, and Allosaurus has finally made it into the franchise. I just want to point that out. It's not Matriacanthosaurus. It's not Suchomimus. It's not Monolophosaurus. So many said it was Monolophosaurus. Even I at the beginning, but I had to reframe myself when I saw all the information, all the proof. Monolophosaurus does not have two little crests like that. Only Allosaurus does, and a few other theropods. Monolophosaurus had a crest from the front of its head to the back. And here's a picture of Monolophosaurus just to show y'all as reference. It is not Monolophosaurus, guys. And also the Pachyrhinosaurus. Yes, this is Pachyrhinosaurus. It's not could be proven to be Strachosaurus. Possibly. I highly doubt it, though, because thanks to that leaked size chart, we already know that it is Pachyrhinosaurus, and it's just their interpretation of how it looks. It's still, if you look at freeze frames of it, you see it still has a relatively bumpy snout. It just has that protruding sharp edge, which I've actually seen in some paleo art, Pachyrhinosaurus having a sharper horn, even though we kind of really don't, we really know it didn't look like that. And the toy looks more like a Pachyrhinosaurus than the actual one in the movie, which seems to me to think that maybe it is Strachosaurus instead, and it just happens to look like a Sinoceratops. But honestly, I still think that it is Pachyrhinosaurus, just based on all the evidence we have. If you look at the size chart and everything, it's basically named Pachyrhinosaurus. I just think it's their representation of what the animal looks like. But those are the only two dinosaurs that have really been the source of monotony among fans. But I just want to say it right here, guys. These dinosaurs, you see the two above my heads. This is Allosaurus, and this is Pachyrhinosaurus. Just be happy they're in a Jurassic World movie. Park as well. Also, oh, sorry. Fix that. Sorry that you hear the fan and the tank in the background. The tank is covered, but you can still kind of hear the trickling water. And the fan is on because it is hot down here. It is Alabama. 2 years ago, we had a 90-degree Christmas. Actually, it was a little higher than that, but it was hot. But anyway, this is basically something. Everyone, I've kind of gotten to this video late. I was going to talk about way before because I was really excited, but you know, it finally got into here because I tried to do Jurassic chats on Fridays because Jurassic World Evolution releases their new dinosaurs about at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Fridays, and for the past 3 weeks I've been kind of waiting for all those to come in, and it kind of gives me enough time to collect enough information for enough different stories. I see it's already 15 minutes long. Let's go ahead and get into this. And it's basically another report from Zaya Rodriguez's character, and you'll see some artwork up here. What killed the Gene Guard Act? And this is apparently the basically the law that was written to protect the dinosaurs and dinosaur recreation ethics after the instances of Jurassic Park and the San Diego incident, and it is written by Zaya Rodriguez. The existence of dinosaurs has always been a politically complicated subject. However, when the resort was destroyed in 2015, investigations into the incident unearthed corruption stemming from before the park ever even opened. The Gene Guard Act, the ethical negligence within paleogenetic resurrection, or ENPGR bill, was passed under the new, simpler title Gene Guard Act in 1997. As a response to the San Diego incident, it was formed by the U.S. House Committee of Science, the UHCS, working with key members of InGen senior management. This act would extend existing dinosaur specimens the same rights and protections as other endangered animals, as well as restrict any further access to the islands owned by InGen. It also prohibited any further cloning of new prehistoric fauna or flora by the company, which was committed at the time to uphold strict ethical regulations concerning the animals. International Genetic Technologies is obligated to contain and protect the dinosaurs from further proliferation through uncontrolled breeding or experimentation, or harm through organized destruction of their biological makeup or living conditions. This is stated in the ENPGR Bill of 1997, and remind myself later, post the second photo here, Taylor, of the Bull Rex rampaging through San Diego. And it's basically a picture here of the San Diego incident, 1997 Public Archives. Got a picture of the Bull Rex. Which is pretty cool that we're getting references to Jurassic Park 3, The Lost World, and Jurassic Park. I'm so glad that in this movie they're covering their bases with so much fan service. And it's kind of sad to think that it's kind of like how Star Wars kind of goes, or like how even the Cloverfield universe is going now, that the mystery is kind of being taken away with the replacement of fan service that were basically long-haul fan theories and stuff being confirmed as true in the franchise. But frankly, I'm happy with it. These regulations would remain in place well after Mizrahi Global acquired InGen, but in 2003, high-standing members of the UHCS revised the strict laws surrounding the act and publicly stated their confidence in Mizrahi Global's promise to right the wrongs of the past. This new watered-down act allowed the Fortune 500 company to pursue the growth of new animals to showcase at Jurassic World. However, just 3 months after the events of 2015, and separate from the inquiry into bioethical misconduct perpetrated by InGen and Jurassic World geneticist Dr. Henry Wu, the United States Congress announced it would open an inquiry into the potential violation of the Gene Guard Act. This came after several employees of Mizrahi Global and InGen stepped forward to disclose incriminating evidence against their employers. It was unearthed that many of the dinosaur species present on Isla Nublar were new species that had been cloned before the law was relaxed in 2003, and the change was passed by the UHCS via a corrupt and willfully misleading process. Remind me, future Taylor. Third picture here of Isla Sorna, little hatching labs. The change in law. In 2003, a representative of Mizrahi Global, whose name was conveniently scratched from records, brought the Gene Guard Act to the UHCS, requesting to have the restrictions on further development be lifted for reasons of medical advancement. Per the report, the representative pledged they would entirely uphold the existing duty of care toward older specimens, but requested the right to responsibly develop new gene splicing techniques as published. As published, the advancement of these technologies, building upon old assets and creating new ones, would be used to safeguard against genetic abnormalities or hereditary diseases that would potentially arise during the life cycle of any of the animals, and could potentially extend to eradicating many such diseases that are prevalent in the animal kingdom and humans. Applications of this research would also extend to the surrounding wildlife and ecosystem around Isla Nublar. Masrani Global Representative, name unknown, March 2003. The 2015 investigations discovered in a paper trail around this meeting that key members of the board were to, quote, bought and paid for to help turn back the clock on the Gene Guard Act, essentially harvesting the rewards of the new park, paid off by Masrani Global's profits. These members have since been discharged of all their legal duties, with some even serving jail time. Remind me, future Taylor. Site B, little tagline here. The illegal species. Information surrounding the illegally bred species surfaced online during the 2015 inquiry via an anonymous hacker known as JUR at 55 !_H at K3R, so Jurassic hacker, who published sensitive InGen documents. Key revelations included the new species were grown in secret on Isla Sorna, Site B, and experimented on over a period of 9 months, starting just 100 days after the company was bought by Masrani Global. Incubation was achieved covertly and quickly to evade attention. Only a select few InGen members were involved, and their names have been removed from records. It is unclear whether Masrani Global CEO, the late Simon Masrani, was aware of the violation of law. The research and growth of these animals were filed under early R&D for Jurassic Park's second incarnation, and simultaneously amalgam testing. The new species included Ankylosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Corythosaurus, and Spinosaurus. All were abandoned on Site B until the surviving animals were reportedly moved to Nublar to be housed as future attractions at Jurassic World. A number of these new animals had originally been reported by the survivors of the plane crash on Isla Sorna during the summer of 2001, but the information was quickly buried by bribed officials. Now, this means, guys, two ideas. Either Spinosaurus could still be on Isla Sorna, as that would be a very difficult species to move off. It's different moving, say, an Ankylosaurus or Corythosaurus, even though they never bothered to move any Corythosaurus to Isla Nublar, as we know. Although I don't know why. They would have been probably an easy species to get, like Parasaurolophus. But we know at least they got Ankylosaurus from Isla Sorna. And Ceratosaurus could still be in Isla Sorna, although it's pretty hard to tell if the enemy got to Nublar. And then Spinosaurus could still remain on Isla Sorna, but then again, guys, there's a possibility that these animals could have been secretly moved over the course of many years. Of course, because they probably couldn't have moved all the animals to Nublar quickly. Maybe they were slowly moving these animals to Nublar, and the fact that possibly Spinosaurus is on Isla Nublar. Or it was just too large, because you gotta think, out of Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Ceratosaurus, Spinosaurus was massive, and would probably be incredibly difficult. Let me bring out old Spiny here. Would be incredibly difficult to move to Isla Nublar. Be incredibly difficult. Although they still managed to do a T-Rex, so in San Diego. Moving on. And I'll get to the InGen list next. Remind me, future Taylor, Isla Nublar, little tagline here. The growth of illegal species and bribery amongst those who were assigned to uphold the law painted the act in negative colors, and its validity is frowned upon by the general public. As of today, the Gene Guard Act is essentially extinct, a consequence of the ever-changing political climate. It is safe to say the policies and laws regarding the protection of these animals have never been fully enforced, monitored, or locked in place. After almost 4 decades of misconduct, the legal protection of living dinosaurs requires stronger sanctions and strict care to ensure a safe future for both humans and dinosaurs. The Gene Guard Act may be buried in bad press, but its principles still ring true. Not only do these animals deserve their rights, but their rights must be protected from those who would repeat past mistakes. The DPG promises to focus on making this a reality. Join us in saving them. And that is the second article posted by Zaya Rodriguez. Now, guys, since that is finished, and we've already talked about Spinosaurus, and we talked about all that, possibly happening, and other people like Best in Slot, Gaming Beaver, Clayton Fiorini, they've all covered this whole thing about Masrani creating, because it was technically Masrani Global that created the Spinosaurus. But I want to go into this, the InGen list. Now, this is the original InGen list from around 1993-1997. basically the same similar list to what Roland Tembo would have had in The Lost World, you know, the one he just tosses away. And it even states in this InGen file list of 6 pages, you can find it on the DPG, and I got the pictures right here I'll show, that the little pamphlet showing the species information was lost on Isla Sorna. So apparently, Roland Tembo tossed away the only source of information about the dinosaurs that were on Isla Sorna. So let's go ahead and check this out, and I'll start reading. And it states, InGen, International Genetic Technologies, Asset Catalog, December 7th, 1996, Dinosaur Information. Property of International Genetic Technologies. Copying and redistributing this material is strictly prohibited. Copyright InGen Tech, San Diego, California, 1996. Signed off by John Hammond. 1 through 1, active dinosaurs on Isla Nublar. 1 through 2, active dinosaurs on Isla Sorna. And actually, let me log out of this and let me go to photos, because I downloaded these photos so I can better read them. I'll read them here. Alright. Alright. Something lost on Site B, but basically it's the whole profile, and that is to 1.3 species profiles lost on Site B. 2.1 inactive dinosaurs and DNA samples, 3.1 established territories, 4.1 dig sites and sample logs, 4.2 amber mines and sample logs, and the other 2 have been crossed down. That's basically contents. Page 2 of 6, 1.1 active dinosaurs on Isla Nublar. Population is estimate October 5th, 1994. Lysine contingency failed to kill off the remaining dinosaurs pending further investigation, which we know they probably would have survived on the local plant life being filled with lysine. Genetic anomaly in Velociraptor species is also currently under investigation, and it goes into that in just a minute, of the animals changing sex and breeding. Herbivores, Brachiosaurus, previous population count 6, current population 5. Notes, relatively small herd, has not ventured far beyond their paddock boundaries since the accident. 1 died due to malnutrition, so that's sad. And it goes into account of all the dinosaurs that have actually died on the island. So, and sadly, I'll get to one. It was Best in Lot Slot that posted something earlier, RIP Triceratops, and it's pretty sad. I'll get to it in a minute. Parasaurolophus, previous population count 15, current population count 9. Notes, they appear to stay pretty close to other large herbivores for protection. 3. Triceratops, previous population count 3, current population count 2. Notes, 1 lame Triceratops, which is the one we see in the original film being healed by Jerry Harding, died during the incident in Jurassic Park. Tyrannosaur bite marks were found on the cadaver during 1994 cleanup. So sadly, that dinosaur that was basically sick due to the, what was it, the berries? Clostridium lilac, I believe. Clostridium lilac, I can't remember. But basically, that Triceratops died and was eaten by Rexy. Either she died of natural causes, due to no vaccinations or anything, after they left, and she died naturally, or Rexy just came along and thought, that's enough! Well, hold on. Hold on, do I have my... Yeah, here we go. Hold on. I got it right here. I'm gonna eat you now! Okay. Anyway. So that shark is dead. Yeah. This video is going on pretty long, so we gotta finish this up. Gallimimus. Previous population count 24. Current population count 9. Notes. Numbers have dropped dramatically due to Tyrannosaur attacks. Carnivores. Dilophosaurus. Previous population count 5. Current population count 5. Notes. Population has remained consistent. Tyrannosaurus rex. Previous population count 1. Current population count 1. Notes. Has expanded its territory across most of Nublar. The animal has been recorded hunting Gallimimus Parasaurolophus and attempting to hunt the Brachiosaurus. Reports suggest it feeds upon fallen carrion. Page 3 of 6. Velociraptor. Previous population count 3. Current population count unknown. Notes. No reported sightings of active animals pending update. Young raptor carcasses discovered on Isla Nublar during 1994 cleanup. Initial raptor population had successfully changed sex from female to male and had begun breeding. Genetic anomaly is currently under investigation, as we know, and Zaya writes it down here. frog DNA was the cause of that, most likely. And sadly, the baby raptors that we saw, what probably happened was the 3 escaped. They were still a pack. They relayed the eggs in secret, away in that little tree, and when basically they all died, one got locked away in the freezer. Rexy killed the other 2. The babies basically were probably left on their own. Of course, there's a separate story to what happened to those babies. Of course, if you ever read the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park Topps Raptor comics, you would know they lived and became Alf, Celia, and Beta. Was it Betty? Betty. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Beta or Betty. But, they lived, but in canon, they did. They did. So, really that kind of kills off the idea of wild raptors on Nublar. Except one survived. Maybe one survived, and it's just been hanging around the north end of the island, maybe. Probably not, though. Compsognathus, previous population count 0. Current population count 28. Notes, discovered on Isla Nublar during 1994 cleanup. Reports suggest they managed to reach the island via hiding on InGen cargo vessels between Nublar and Site B, have been seen eating both dinosaur excrement and fallen carrion. So that's a pretty interesting little thing picked up from the novel, as Compsognathus was created to actually eat other dinosaur excrement. So let's go ahead and go on to page 4 of 6. Active dinosaurs, Sorna. Population estimate pending update of 1997. Previous population estimate from 1993 report. Since the abandonment of the Site B facility, the population count for dinosaurs is pending further update. So all these dinosaurs is basically, it says current population count unknown, notes pending update. It all of them say that. So basically, Brachiosaurus, previous population count 10. Mamincosaurus, previous population count 4. Edmontosaurus, previous population count 4. Parasaurolophus, previous population count 13. Triceratops, previous population count 10. Microceratus, previous population count 22. Stegosaurus, previous population count 11. Going on to page 5. Pachycephalosaurus, previous population count 9. Gallimimus, previous population count 20. On the carnivores, Tyrannosaurus Rex, previous population count 6. There were 6 T-Rexes on Isla Nublar, or Isla Sorna, guys. Not counting those 2, that the buck and the doe. And I don't know if they would count the baby, although this is from 1997, so it probably counts to the baby. So there are 3 other T-Rexes on Isla Sorna. Holy crap. How did that Spino even live through all that? I mean, I guess Spino was tough, but I mean, 6 T-Rexes probably dominating over, or fighting over territory alone between themselves. Spino is able to, well, probably because it was more of an aquatic dinosaur, so maybe that's how it got away. Velociraptor, previous population count 18. Carnotaurus, previous population count 2. So Carnotaurus was actually on Isla Sorna, so maybe Carno was moved, or moved like the Ankylosaurus and Corythosaurus, or moved like Ankylosaurus to Nublar and was created on Site B. Baryonyx, in same situation. 5 Baryonyxes. And then Spinosaurus. Dilophosaurus, previous count 12. So apparently that fan theory can be put to rest. Dilophosaurus is in fact on Isla Sorna, unless it's been wiped out. Compsognathus, previous population count 43. Pteranodon, previous population count 10. And we don't know if that is the either of the 2 different Pteranodon subspecies that live on the islands. Then page 6 of 6. Inactive dinosaurs or DNA samples. Fragments of DNA for species yet to be cloned. Yet to be cloned, but yet we are... Well, this is from the 1997 report. These are dinosaurs being worked on, and of course we know that many of these dinosaurs were finished and went into being created for Jurassic World. Suchomimus, which we know was in Jurassic World, a 75% complete DNA strand. Allosaurus, which we know is in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 12% complete DNA strand, which could possibly explain 12%, possibly why it's so small. Matriacanthosaurus, 71% complete, which we actually know Matriacanthosaurus was in the original Jurassic Park. It was on the map, I believe. No, maybe it was just Herrerasaurus or Proceratosaurus or Baryonyx. Maybe. I think, but it was a vial, so maybe it was just a vial in the original movie and wasn't created until much later on. Herrerasaurus, 60% complete. Stegosaurus, 48% complete. Dimorphodon 36% complete, which we know Dimorphodon was in Jurassic World. Apatosaurus 57% complete, which was in Jurassic World. Crothosaurus, which is 97% complete, which was one of the other species created on Sorna, the illegal species. Pachyrhinosaurus 8% complete, which may be why it has that odd horn. So maybe they'll explain this. The low impact of the complete DNA strands is what accompanies the inaccuracies. Ankylosaurus, 91% complete, and Euoplocephalus, 9% complete. Maybe the red on that poster accounts for dinosaurs with low DNA strands. Maybe. Probably not. But anyway, that is the InGen list. And I might even do a separate video explaining just the InGen list for like anyone just to speed by. But anyway, guys, we gotta finish this video up. And of course, we only have one last thing to cover, which is Jurassic World Evolution. Now, of course, they'll be going up here as of now. First species we have is Stegosaurus.
Extracting species.
This was 3 weeks ago when it first popped up, and I'll let y'all watch that for the next minute as we
Stegosaurus is a
talk about them. But first is Stegosaurus, and it's just a little bit of information. You see Stego beautifully gallivanting around its enclosure. Second dinosaur, Brachiosaurus, which is very beautiful. Looks just like the original from the original film. Very beautiful. I can't wait to get Brachiosaurus in the park. And I can't wait to see Brachiosaurus again in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. As well as the final dinosaur, which was such a surprise, which actually, while watching that, I'm going to grab this toy real quick, because it is actually one of my favorite Jurassic Park toys. This is from the Lost World series, which is my CHASMOSAURUS figure. And we'll put that up against Triceratops. But, oh, does it still do the sounds? Let me turn this off. Let's see. Do you still do sounds, buddy?
Extracting species.
Yay! I love my little CHASMOSAURUS. I forget how cool you are. I love you, my little Chasmo. And Chasmo is one of my favorite dinosaurs. Yeah. So CHASMOSAURUS is actually in Jurassic World Evolution, which is really cool. So if we go with all the ceratopsians we could get for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I think they ought to probably stop at CHASMOSAURUS. As much as I'd like to see other dinosaurs, I'd like to see just the main that we've gotten from the franchise, because we got so many other dinosaurs I'd love to see. Triceratops, Pachyrhinosaurus, Styracosaurus, and CHASMOSAURUS, which is 4. And maybe Microstratus as well. That counts. So 5 ceratopsians that are in the franchise we can look forward to getting in Jurassic World Evolution. Which I love CHASMOSAURUS. I mean, it's so cool. It's a cool design. I'm going to turn my fan on. It's hot in here. But anyway, guys, that is the full Jurassic Chap 41. And so glad to be back, guys. Can't wait to get this edited and out for y'all. And of course, next I'm going to be going into detail about the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Mattel toy line. So thanks, guys, for watching. What did y'all think of all this juicy information? And I don't think there's anything else coming up I can think of except for toys. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And let's hit that 1,400 subscriber mark, or 500 subscriber mark, because we hit the 1,400 subscriber mark today. So 1,500 subscriber marks. 1,500. Okay. Gotta get ready. My throat's dry.